Hey, this is Roulette. Have you ever played? Come on over, I'll show you how it works.
It is real simple to make a buy-in on the roulette table. Just remember one general rule. Don't place your money on the layout while the ball is spinning. If you do this, the dealer may hand your money back to you and ask you to wait until after the spin is completed. When you hand your money into the dealer, they will count it out and assign a chip color to you. We'll talk about the chip colors and their values soon. When making your buy-in, you may request a specific color if it's available. There are several different colors of chips. This is to help determine who's playing on which bet. Each player at the table will be assigned a different chip color. This is so the dealer and the other players can tell who's betting where. When you purchase your chips at the roulette table, you can request that your chips have a value of either $1, $5, or $25. Up next, we're going to talk about betting the outside on the roulette table. There are a few different ways to bet, so we'll discuss each of them. On the outside of the roulette table, you'll see several different betting areas. You'll see the 1 to 18. You're betting that the next spin of the wheel, the ball will land on numbers 1 through 18. If you place a bet on the box that says even, you're betting that the next spin of the wheel, the ball will land on an even number. If you place your chips in the red box, you're betting that the next spin of the wheel, the ball will land in a red number. If you place your chips in the black box, you're betting that the next spin of the wheel, the ball will land in a black number. If you place your chips in the box that says odd, you're betting that the next spin of the wheel, the ball will land on an odd number. If you place your chips in the box that says 19 through 36, you're betting that the next spin of the wheel, the ball will land on numbers 19 through 36. Each one of these betting areas pays even money. The zeros are not included in the outside bets. Now let's get familiar with betting the 12s. By betting the 12s, you're covering approximately 1/3 of the board at a time. When you place a bet in one of the 12s and you win, the dealer will pay that bet 2 to 1. When you bet the first 12, you're betting that the next spin of the wheel, the ball will land in numbers 1 through 12. By betting the second 12, you're betting that the next spin of the wheel, the ball will drop in numbers 13 through 24. By placing a bet on the third 12, you're betting that the next spin of the wheel, the ball will drop in numbers 25 through 36. The zeros are not included when betting the 12s. Next, we're going to learn about betting the columns. When you place a bet in one of the columns and you win, the dealer will pay your bet 2 to 1. You can bet one of 3 different columns. Column 1 covers numbers 34 up to number 1. Column 2 covers numbers 35 up to number 2. And column 3 covers numbers 36 up to number 3. The zeros are not included in the column bets. Here you'll see the dealer has marked number 29. 29 is a winning bet for column number 2. So column number 2 is paid off 2 to 1. Let's see what it looks like to win on the outside bets. If you go to remove your winning payout from the outside while the dealer has a number marked, they may ask you to set your chips down and wait for all bets to be paid out. Now let's take a look at where a majority of the action is on the roulette table, betting the inside. You may place your chip right on top of a number. This is known as a straight up bet. If you place your chip straight up on a number and that number hits, the dealer will pay your bet at a ratio of 35 to 1. This means that every dollar you bet wins $35. You will notice that at the top of the layout, there is a number 0 and a double 0. These numbers are just like any other on the table. If you place a chip on the line between 2 numbers and one of those numbers hits, you will be paid off at a ratio of 17 to 1. This means that every dollar you bet, you will be paid $17. You may place a split bet on the 0 and double 0, just like any other number. Let's take a look at the yellow chip on the line between the second and third 12. This bet is called the courtesy line. This bet is the 0 and double 0 split and has payoff odds of 17 to 1. This line is an acceptable bet for the players that are unable to reach the top of the layout. Now we'll take a look at the street bet. The street bet is a way to bet 3 numbers with 1 chip. At the bottom of the layout, you'll see a blue chip. I'm betting the 34, the 35, and the 36. If one of those numbers hits, it pays off at a ratio of 11 to 1. This means every dollar you bet wins $11. There is one other bet that is similar to the street bet. This is known as the basket. It also has payoff odds of 11 to 1. This bet covers the 0, the double 0, and the 2. Now we'll take a look at the corner bet. When you place a corner bet, you're covering 4 numbers. Toward the top of your screen, you'll see a blue chip on the corner of 19, 20, 22, and 23. If one of those numbers hit, this bet will be paid 8 to 1. That means that every dollar you bet, you will win $8. Now we'll see the line bet. The line bet is a way of betting 6 numbers with 1 chip. At the bottom of your screen, you'll see a blue chip on the 31-34 line bet. This means I'm covering numbers 31 through 36. If one of those numbers hits, your bet will be paid at a ratio of 5 to 1. This means that every dollar you bet will win $5. There's one line bet that's a little different from the others. It's the top line bet. This is made at the very top of the layout at the 0 and the 1. This bet covers 5 numbers and is paid off at a ratio of 6 to 1. This means that every dollar you bet, you will be paid $6. When betting the inside, remember that all bets need to be placed on the lines inside and nearest the players. If you try to bet the inside line, the dealer may pick up your chips and move them to the appropriate position. That's all there is to it. Let's watch a full sequence of playing at the roulette table to really get a feel for how it works. Remember, when you're at the roulette table, don't be afraid to ask your dealer questions. They'll gladly answer.